Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about this quote. Your love will not be enough if someone is broken on the inside. It's not your job to mend them. I wrote this quote about a relationship that I was in. You can love someone, but you cannot force them to heal. It is their job to want to do it themselves. I had invested a great deal of myself in a relationship, believing in this illusion that I could help this person to heal. He had to want to do it for himself. No matter how much I gave, it was not enough. The power to change had to be from within him. And he needed to do his own work. At the same time, I realized that I had work I needed to do because there were some broken pieces within myself that I needed to mend. And during this time, I had decided to go to therapy because I wanted to understand about why I kept repeating certain patterns in my life, and especially when it came to relationships. My therapist had suggested me do a homework assignment. Look at the relationship between my mother and father. And what I had come to find out was similarity. My mother, she lost herself in a relationship with my dad. Everything was about him. What she gave was not reciprocated. And the reason why was because my father was broken in so many ways. He had a lot of family trauma that he never resolved. And that played a part in his relationship with my mother and me and my siblings. I'm not on here saying my dad was a bad person. He was a good provider. No one's perfect. And of course, by the time my father had passed, I had forgiven him because I understood he did the best he could with what he had. It doesn't excuse his behavior and how he treated my mother. I did see the similarities. And I was like, well, wait a minute, I'm doing the same thing. I'm losing myself. I'm making all this about him. What about me? Love is not a rescue mission. It's not about sacrificing your needs for others. The brokenness a person feels does not mean that they're unlovable. It's just that at the particular time, they may be afraid to face the trauma that they're going through. Afraid to go to counseling, afraid to go to therapy. Or some people just like to remain, as I said in another video, a self-imposed victim. They have the tools to go on their healing journey, but they refuse to do it because they get something from being a victim. I had to recognize that self-preservation and having boundaries is key. I was in a codependent relationship, not realizing that you can support a person, but not carry them. I decided to end the relationship because I was drained mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we were just not growing together. We were going this way, just going on two different paths. It was so vital for me to prioritize my needs. I had to align with my integrity and realize that I come first. I need to take care of myself, because if I don't take care of myself, how can I be any good to others? Big part of personal growth is realizing the part that you play in a situation. I had to take accountability. At one point, I resented him, and I had to take a step back and say, wait a minute. Why are you resenting him? Aren't you the person that did the things you did? So I had to recognize that and acknowledge that and accept that that was my thing that I had to deal with and that I needed to change in relationships. That's the only way we're going to heal. If we acknowledge, take accountability, do the work, and make the change. But you have to be willing to work on yourself. If you find yourself in a similar situation, take time to reflect. What are you gaining from it? What are you gaining from being in that relationship? Not from a material stance, but emotionally. Are you growing? Or is it a detriment? Well, that's all I have for today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.